They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! On the ready! 56! Mike, 56!
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
You go tight. You got tight. You can say it. Pull it. Now.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Jack 16.
SOS.
22, 44. Let's go. Black and third.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike 56.
Melvin Gordon, a two-time Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
180.
98 for Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Mayfield looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. And And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Jack 16.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Gordon on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56.
Quarter.
You. Check 3.
Easy.
Check 13.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
44. Bravo. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. That was going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
20.
Who that? Out.
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Watch 98.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them. Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
Well, he tried the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Gordon. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
These two.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Roethlisberger. Open man is Schwitzer, complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up 3rd
Topper! Hey, alert 33!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
66.
Watch the back. Showing it. Hey, alert 3.
6-6. Pull it high.
Check three.
On second down now. It's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for Steelers. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
No gain.
Easy.
Second
Hey,
and
hold
10
it.
at the 32-yard line.
25, check 25, check.
Solid, 5 down.
Kill.
Second down.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 85 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete. It's Miller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got Gordon open, completes it.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Melvin Gordon. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out.
6-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down now, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Mike's 56.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
what's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Under 10.
Take both of them.
10. Switch.
Alert, alert.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these cry all the way back home.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Now Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Regular.
Watch 98 for Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Under.
They'll run again with Hunt. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Washington. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? on the ground with a tight end. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 56.
These two.
Sponge. No.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, now. Who's starting? Big.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Cross.
Slam. Shoot.
Focus.
Lucky. Twitch.
Show that bench release and go. Let's go. It's like I said.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Beat these two.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Hey, alert. Go face it.
56 to Mark, boy. 56.
Hey, team 6.
56 to
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Jack 16.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Double up.
Easy.
49, check 49.
Alert. Middle.
Motion.
After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They run again with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
180!
65.
Now Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Take 2 of them.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Shit. Watch the shit.
You good?
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Black 20. Here we go.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Solid, 5 down.
Watch it. Shit.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Black is third.
Ben to throw again. His throw incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Kill. What?
These two.
Safety's creeping. 36.
Hey.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 31.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. McKenzie now to return it. Whoosh! 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's good for us, Steelers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at